Hello friends, welcome back to another Value Vintage Cards video. So in this one I'm going to kind of double dip on the VR challenges. The first one is John 3D80s Kid. So John is celebrating 2 years on YouTube. He is an amazing supporter of the community, just nicest guy in the world, always shouting out the smaller, newer channels and just supporting. And I will say, 2 years on YouTube is one heck of a milestone because the consistency needed, the regular participation, the back and forth dialogue, and for him to be still so active and kind of growing in his support for the community is just amazing. So phenomenal channel, but even better guy. Please, if you're not subscribed to his channel, please get out there and support what he's doing, because he's one of the good ones in the community for sure. So, that said, his challenge was a couple different aspects. One was to share kind of where you've come from your original video and a little bit of, what it's done for you. In terms of quality and change, I think there's been maybe a few things I've dialed in and gotten a little bit better with, in terms of focus on videos or ideas. I hope I'm improving a little bit, but such a new channel, I don't know that maybe I'm no better. I have no idea. I really just launched this year after Strongsville, so I'm still, rookie status, if you will. So I can't say that necessarily my channel's changed a lot. What has changed is I've connected with some folks that I would never have guessed that I would. Folks that are regular commenters and, just dropping a message. It's kind of fun to have the back and forth and get to know, how they collect, what they're connecting with, that I do. It's just as fun when someone says, like, I don't collect that way at all, but I still think it's interesting. So it's one of those things you almost have to understand how someone else thinks to appreciate what they're doing. So it's fun to see folks that are maybe, participating in the hobby in almost a completely opposite direction of what I do, and just to, appreciate and see their mindset and what they look for in their collection and how they hobby. So that's fun. And I would say that's happened more than I expected. I don't know that I necessarily expected to have folks that, I would at this stage consider friends, even though we've maybe not met face to face. We've communicated enough, we've messaged enough, we've, shared enough of what we do and how we do. It's kind of fun to say, like, I know this person pretty well. So, that's been a real hidden blessing that I didn't necessarily expect. So, beyond that, he asked us to possibly shout out a channel that he might not be subscribed to, which I think for him is probably tougher than most, because he is such a intense supporter of the hobby. I feel like John, above and beyond, goes to searching out for channels to encourage, to support, to help them grow, and to bring awareness so that other folks can find. There's so many hundreds of channels now. What I do is not for everybody. What someone else does is not for everybody. Some people like modern, some people like only this and that, and, it's not maybe what I do, so that's fine. But when he's shouting out, 10, 20, 50 channels at a time, search the room, see what you find. His videos like that are amazing, because you'll see 10 or 15 titles. You're like, yep, need to subscribe to that. Need to start watching that. So really, really great stuff. The one that he may not be subscribed to, I'm not sure, is Vintage Card Wonderland by buddy Josh. And I say he might not only because John is a ridiculous, supporter, so he's very, very active. He might have searched out and been connected to Josh already. But Josh's channel is very, very new, so maybe I caught it before he would have had a chance to subscribe. I have no idea, but that's my possibility for John. So, thank you, John. Thank you for all you do for the community. 2 years, huge accomplishment. Keep going. The next 2 will only get easier and more fun, so keep it going. The next VR is going to be for a channel that is new to me, Scoots Collectibles. So my buddy Mark, Dodger card collector, is just finished a VR and was shouting out Scoots Collectibles. So, it's a small world, but it's also a pretty wide world. So, Scoots channel is one that I was not familiar with. So clicked on that, watched a couple of videos, saw his challenge, and thank you, Mark, for that connection. I just thought that would be kind of a fun one to jump in and continue the whole VR, morning, if you will. So as I record this, it's morning. So Scoot's challenge was tag his channel. I will. Subscribe. Just did. And show off some rookie cards. Love that. So, rookie cards, I love that discussion. That's one that Mark was sharing. There's probably half a dozen folks now that have been participating and just bantering back and forth of what's a rookie card. And I think, John Mangini's basically said, like, who cares? Yeah, you're getting into semantics. It's a first card. It's an XRC. It's an RC. It's a pre-rookie. It's a minor league issue, therefore it doesn't count. Or does it? It's a regional issue only. It's not mainstream, but hey, it's 2 years earlier. I love the discussion, honestly, because all those things are what I collect. So I love it. So let me start sharing. I'm going to share a couple that are nice and clean, I think, for definition's sake. I think these are legit rookies. I don't know of anything even earlier. So when you look at that guy, 1955 Topps, Roberto Clemente, SGC. I had this one raw. SGC tossed a 2.5 on it. I was really happy with a 2.5. I don't really know of too much pre-55 for Clemente. So, Clemente collectors, Theo, whoever else, let me know what I'm missing. I'm sure maybe there's some kind of exotic 1953 something from, Montreal. I don't know. But for me, that's a pretty safe, legit rookie. This one, I know there's other 55 versions, but it's another 55, and we'll just make Mark happy with throwing some Dodger stuff in here. So, I don't know why 55 SGC just says you only own 2.5s, but I'm good with that. So Koufax 2.5, that one's a pretty nice, clean copy. And again, he started so young, something with his contract situation where he had to be basically in the majors. Didn't get to really serve minor league time because of his contract status and whatever else. So I don't know. I need to do a little deeper dive. But that's a cool one. So next couple, I brought 6 total to show. So I'm going to keep Dodger theme. This is one that I think is arguable if it's a rookie or not. So reason being, and I've showed this on my SGC reveal. So this one was recently graded. SGC tossed a 1 on it because there is some paper loss on the front there. But in terms of at a distance, that is solid. I'll take that every day of the week, right? That's as value as it gets. And actually the back's nice and clean. So that's a good copy. I'm happy with that. But he has smaller issues, bread issues, things like that, cigarette issues that are definitely, 47, 48 time frame. That's a 49. The Leaf is 48, 49. I saw someone else said, what they think is it was released at the very end of 1948, so it was post 48 season, therefore it was released as a 49 issue, but it was in the year 1948. Boom, everybody's right. That's that's best case scenario, I think. So I'll go with that. I'll say it's 48, 49 Leaf, and I'll just let everybody be mad at me. That's kind of the best way, right? So that is, I think, a Jackie rookie. I think folks would throw RC on that. The next one is probably pre-RC, so argue it out. I'm doing this all for the scandal and anger and discussion of it all. So that, if you're not as familiar, Propaganda Montiel, Stan Musial, that is In that set, that is probably the card, although there's a lot of amazing cards. I think that's the biggest. It's at least up there. There might be one or two others that could sell in the same ballpark, but there's Ruth, there's Cobb, there's some cool stuff. But it is a 46-47, and it's coming from Cuba, and it's a pop, I don't know, dozens? I don't think there's 100 of these floating around. It seems like on eBay there's usually 2 or 3 for sale, but they're also not priced that they're trying to fire sale them. They're probably happy to have that on display. So it is not a decal edge card. Mine's just really rough, but this one you will find even super rough is, a treasure and not easy to find. So that gets into the pre-rookie. I don't know where you classify that. This next one I feel like is clean to say is a pre-rookie. And I'll tell you what makes me distinguish that. So this is a Family Fun Centers Ozzie Smith. He's got a 79 that goes right along with his tops. This is a 78. So one of the things to me that makes it clean to say it's like a pre-rookie is that when you look on the back, his lifetime record is first year in majors. So he hasn't even played yet. So the fact that this is before he's had major league experience means, to me, I'm fine with calling that like not a rookie card, but it's like a pre-rookie. It almost has a minor league feel. He's in a major league uniform, obviously, and he's about to be in the majors, but I don't know. I'm just going to add to the complexity, and I'm going to solve no problems, only cause more disgruntled anger. But I don't know. Is it a first year? Is it a first issue? Is it a pre-rookie? Whatever. It's all semantics. Next one, same thing. So Mark, this is my last one I show for rookies. Mark showed a really nice 54 tops Tommy Lasorda, his rookie card, right? What I was able to find, and thank you, Dave Blue Jacket, for putting out all these videos and education on regional food type issues. But that is a 1952 Parkhurst Tom Lasorda Frost Aid. And I saw that image. Tommy Lasorda is actually somehow kind of connected to my college where I went to school. So I have a little extra pull. So it's not the Dodger side of things. It's my college connection side of things. But no, Lasorda was a really cool personality. Was obviously in the game forever. Was a very, mediocre at best pitcher, but obviously a world-class manager and Hall of Famer. So, and a heck of a personality. So that is the last. I will call that a pre-rookie for sure, because that is not even in a major league uniform. Love the topic. Love the ability to share. Congratulations to all channels. I think that is really it's a neat way to grow community, and it's a neat way to kind of share and get to know folks. So, John, 3D80s Kid, congratulations. Fantastic. 2 years. Keep going. And Scoots Collectibles, glad to meet you. Glad to participate. Mark, Josh, everyone else. I mentioned several other folks just because that's how we grow and get to know each other. So congratulations all. There's my extremely long VR for the 2 channels, and I will see y'all on the next video. Thanks.